Hi, and welcome to the first tutorial in the tutorial series Python Basics. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to download and install Python. If you're here, it's because you're interested in learning how to use Python, and you're at the right place. But the first thing you have to do is to get it on your machine. So to do that, we're going to figure out how to install it. The first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to go down to the description and click on the links for the Python version that you want to install. I'm going to show you how to install two different versions. There's the regular Python from python.org and Anaconda Python. The advantage of Anaconda Python is that it comes with a bunch of pre-installed scientific packages which may be useful for your applications. The advantage of regular Python is that it comes from the source, python.org, and it is going to be the most up-to-date version. It's very straightforward in terms of installation, and it'll work system-wide on your machine. The Anaconda version is going to install it as a virtual environment that'll be segmented away from the regular installation of Python. But if it's the only version of Python on your machine, it will still serve as the only version of Python on your machine. You don't have to install both of them, but you may install both, or one, or just one or the other. Let's start with the regular python.org version. You'll click on this link here, and it'll take you to Python's homepage. The homepage should detect what your operating system is. In my case, it's detecting Windows. And you can click on this download button. You'll get a pop-up. If you save the file, it'll come over here, and you may execute the file. In this case, I don't need to because I already have it installed on my machine. When you do that, it'll give you a series of prompts with recommended suggested settings, and I recommend just following the recommendations for settings. You can always go back and make changes later if you become a really savvy Python coder. Once that's installed, you're going to want to check to make sure that it works. You're going to want to open up a terminal. To do that, you'll go down to the search bar here and you can type CMD to find a command prompt. You can open that command prompt anywhere, and if everything is properly linked and all the paths have been established correctly, you should be able to type Python, and it'll show you that you're running, in my case, I'm running Python 3.8.2, and I can run a simple script just to test, print hello world, and it works, so we can exit. So I've just demonstrated that Python is installed on my machine and all my paths are correctly linked. If you are interested in the Anaconda version, you can come down to the link in my description, click on that. That should take you to Python, the Anaconda landing page here. And you can see, your data science toolkit. This is clearly intended for people with scientific ambitions. If you click on the download button, it drops you down to the bottom of the page where you should select based on what your machine is. And I'm assuming if you're smart enough to use a computer and YouTube, then you know what machine you have. So you can use Windows, Mac, etc. I'm going to click on the one for Windows, the 64-bit graphical installer. And again, you'll just get an executable file that's going to install Python to your machine. This one's a little trickier, but again, follow the recommended prompts and install it in a location that you desire. In my case, I followed the prompts, made the installation, and I can bring up my Anaconda window in the same way. Now, to bring up Anaconda, you're going to want to probably do it in a way that makes life easy for you. And so you're going to go to your search bar and type Anaconda. And if you start typing that, you'll see a bunch of Anaconda-related programs that have been installed on your machine. And you can choose the Anaconda Navigator, from which you can run several different things, or you can just choose right here the Anaconda prompt, which it may not show up as the first thing in yours, but it does on mine because I've used it before. And if you click on that, it'll take you to an Anaconda installment of Python. And so in this case, now you see that it says base over here. And the reason it says base is because it's activated this version of Python. So if I type Python here, I'm now running Python 3.7.6, which is a different version. And you can see here it says Anaconda. And so I'm now running Anaconda installation of Python instead of the base distribution, which I have downloaded and installed in another section on my machine. So you can see I can run these two things independently, and there may be a good reason that you want the Anaconda version with all the scientific packages pre-installed. There may be a good reason that you want the other distribution. You may just want one, and that's fine. So either way you do it, make sure that it's installed, that you can open a command terminal, type in, well, I've already typed in Python. So as long as it's running on your machine, then you're going to be good to go. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope that you were able to download and install Python and verify that it runs on your machine, and we will see you in the next video.